Hello, welcome back, guys. So, in this particular session, what we'll be doing is that we will be studying some of these SPL related thing. Okay, what the hell? Why aren't you working? Just close it and open it again. Okay. I think it's in edit mode, that's why I think it wasn't working. But why aren't you working? Anyways, we'll just do it in white. Background does not really matter, right? So let me just set up my pen first of all. Alright, so now I think we are good to go. Yep, let's go in edit mode, comment. Right, so what is here? What is here? Okay, so financing, planning and decision making, right? So we will be studying about Graphoff. So Emily Gonzalez is basically an industrial chemist. So we have worked for the government of Pablos. So government of Pablos, right? She has worked over there and for more than 20 years. This is important. Industrial chemist. Name is Emily Gonzalez, right? Then after that, in his spare time, so Emily Gonzalez is male, right? So he continuously experimented with formulating a new product that could remove graffiti from all surfaces, right? So graffiti is a big problem, so that's a solution to a problem in Pablos. Or previous removal methods were expensive, okay, and dangerous to apply and did not work on all surfaces. So three reasons are there. Then after many years of experimentation, Emily formulated a product that addressed all of these issues. So his product can be applied safely without protective clothing. That means it is economical. It removes graffiti from all surfaces and it can be produced economically in small and large volumes. So the problem is over here. The solution, because of the developed product, is also over there, right? Similarly, so 3 years ago, Emily left his government job to focus on refining the product and bringing it to market. He formed a limited liability company, Graphoff, with initial share capital funded by his family savings and a legacy from a family relative. He is sole shareholder in the company, which is based in a factory in Central Park, right? So 3 years ago, what did he do? He left his government job to focus on refining the product and bringing it to market. He formed a limited liability company with initial funding by his savings, family savings, and a legacy from a wealthy relative, right? So next on, he is based in a factory in Central Pablos, right? Okay, so the company had 5 years of result C index 1 for extracted information from year 2. That basically gives us for the year 1. So it is expected to return similar net profit in third year, so similar net profit figures. Had filed 2 years of result. And then Emily takes a significant dividend out of the company each year, and he wishes that to continue. He wishes to remain the sole owner. Okay, so significant dividend out of the company every year, and remains the sole owner, right? And wishes to do so. So 4 years ago, what had happened? 4 years ago, was granted a patent for the formula on which its product is based, and further patent on process. So 2 things, on the product as well and on the process as well. Okay, so 2 things he has been granted patent on, and then on his product and thingy as well. And then after that, in Pablo's patents are protected for 10 years, right? 4 years ago, so 10 minus 4 will be 6. And then so everybody has 6 for the years before his father. Consequently, he wants to expand rapidly, expand the business and these premises to create 30 new graffiti removal depots in Pablo's. So in each of this will supply graffiti removal services as well. It needs 500,000 to finance this organic growth, right? So since it already has a patent for process, should it be good to outsource it? That's the question, I guess. Only 6 years is remaining as well, right? So Emily does have a mixed feeling about this proposed expansion plan. Despite the apparent success of the company, he prefers working in the laboratory to managing people. I am just not a people person. So he is aware that he lacks business experience, and despite the technical excellence of the product, he has failed to build a highly visible brand. Failed to build, right? And then he has particular problems in account receivable, right, department, where he has failed to address the problems of overworked and demotivated employees. Overworked and demotivated employees, and problems in account. He has problems in account receivable department. Brand is also another question, right? Mixed feelings. Lacks business experience. So dislikes conflict with customers, and he often offers them extended payment terms, which dismays the account receivable section, who feel that debt collecting effectiveness is being undermined by his completion. So in contrast, people pay his bills very promptly. So due to this jealous administrator in accounts payables who likes to reduce creditors. So Emily is singing about this. I guess we have to pay the money. So I guess we have the money. So I suppose we should pay them, right? So in Pablo's, all goods are supplied to customers on 30-day credit. However, it is in service sector, I think, and then it's provided 40-day average settlement period, right? So one supplier commented, Grappa will be using his punctuality of payment. So Emily is currently reviewing how to finance his proposed organic growth. He's unwilling to take on further external debt. Right? Unwilling to debt. Consider franchising as an alternative to organic growth. In his proposed arrangement, the franchisee would have responsibility for leasing, and so what would they have? The responsibility would be for leasing and buying premises to a specification defined, right, in the franchisee agreement. So to a specification defined, And the franchisee would have exclusive right to grab up products in defined geographical area. The Equipment Emporium has 57 superstores throughout the country. Okay, so look at the number as well. So 57. His plan is also to open how much? I think it's 50. 30. 30, right? So it is a well-recognized brand. So what does it do? Basically, it sells tools, machines such as air compressors, generators, ventilation systems. So air compressor generator, it is a well-recognized brand with strong marketing presence. It focuses on selling specific product in bright and well-lit stores. It has a close graph of Tulax, whether it could sell the graph of product through its superstore, and has rejected this suggestion because he feels the product requires proper training if it is to be used effectively and safely. And then he sees Grappa as offering a complete service. So he sees Grappa as offering a complete service, not just a product. So graffiti removal equipment, and so selling through the Equipment Emporium would be inappropriate. So what are our required? Our required is evaluate the franchising options, highlighting the advantages and disadvantages of this approach. So franchising options, and then advantages, disadvantages, but from Emily's perspective, right? So evaluate other forms of strategic alliance that might be appropriate to strategy development and Grappa, right? So let's see the answers as well. So number A was, what was it about? Evaluating the franchise system and advantages and disadvantages, right? So, regurgitation of study notes will not score well. Students need to apply their knowledge to scenario and consider the problem that the company in our scenario are likely to experience. So, Johnson and Scholes have identified franchising as a form of strategic alliance. So, they have identified it as a form of strategic alliance. So, in their classification of methods of strategy development. So, in this approach, franchises are independently run business that could enter into license agreement with Grappa to purchase training, equipment, and materials in return for exclusive geographical franchisee area, right? The proposal is that the franchisee would buy or lease appropriate premises, not Grappa as in Emily's organic expansion plan. So basically what it will do, it will enter into a license agreement with Grappa to purchase training, which is good to highlight it, right? Training, equipment, materials in return for an exclusive blah blah blah. So, and then after that, the proposal is that the franchisee will buy these appropriate premises, not Grappa as in Emily's organic expansion plan. So franchisee would buy or lease, right? Appropriate premises, not as a organic expansion plan. Most franchisees are required to make large upfront payment, rather than which would provide Emily with significant funds for investment support, indeed for further dividend payout. Alright. There are also a number of avoided costs, as franchisees usually pay for all the operating costs of franchisee. So number of avoided costs is there, right? Such as operating cost. After that, running their own business is usually sufficient to motivate the franchisee owner, and the motivation of any staff they employ is their responsibility. This was a problem graph of what was the problem? It was basically motivation. So motivation of staff, right? That was the problem. So already MD has already announced that it's not a people business, and so franchising subcontracts this issue. Thus, MD could continue running graph of more or less as it is currently, and he would avoid the problem of raising significant finance and using a difficult period of expansion. So Emily could continue running more or less as it is currently, and he would avoid the problem of raising significant finance and managing a difficult period of expansion. However, it is possible that the long-term returns to graph of might be lower, not everything, right? Long-term returns could be basically lower than directly owned or leased depots. So franchisee will take most of the profit and grab a for income from material supply, and usually from a relatively small percentage of franchises and sales, right, specified in the license contract. So there is also important issues to consider in appropriate selection and control of franchisees. So although the initial fee will be received per graph of irrespective of franchisee success, continuing income is dependent on the success of the franchises and brand awareness as well. So Graphup has no experience in selecting appropriate franchises, neither is there any evidence that it has systems in place to control quality and audit performance. No evidence, right? So how is the quality being monitored? So we would need to be ensured that the product is being used correctly and the correct percentage of sales is being paid to Graphup. So such systems will need investment and development. So system investment and development for the franchise scheme is launched. So furthermore, the success of franchise is often determined by the visibility of the brand, and he himself recommends that Graphup has a very low profile, and he acknowledged that he has very little expertise in the area. Also, it would be obvious to potential franchisees that it may be difficult to maintain sales volume. It expires. That's a very important thing. Only 4 years left. 6 years is left, right? So thus there is a problem in attracting franchisees, particularly those willing to invest a significant amount for a product which they may consider has a relatively short lifetime and whose brand awareness is low. Thus there may be, so he has a very thing here, right? So it would be very obvious to potential franchisees valuing themselves after 10 years, right? So it is from a perspective of a potential franchisees, and then after that, because once the patent expires, their income source dries up, and there could be a problem in attracting franchisees who is willing to invest a significant amount for the product they may consider as a very short lifetime and whose brand awareness is low, right? So whose product is low and brand awareness is low. We could launch the first of these issues by employing marketing expertise. Could do that by a launching numerous campaigns. We might also address the patent issue by looking at improving the product, plus focus on product development and not business expansion. Whereas he has little experience and interest, which is good at product development, right? Although the franchise appears to be financial rich, it is unlikely to produce financial returns as quickly as internal growth options. So although appears to reduce financial risks, it is unlikely to produce financial returns as quickly as the internal growth options, and we must not underestimate the time taken to draw up the license agreement, develop systems to support the franchisee, and recruit and appoint franchisee. We must also accept that some franchisees are likely to fail and that returns will be low in the other years of operation, as the fledgling franchisees seek to establish themselves as viable independent companies. must not underestimate the time thing, right? So must also accept that some of them might fail. So, what strategic alliance take place where two or more organizations share resources and activities to pursue a strategy, right? So what was this from? Evaluate other forms of strategy and other forms, right? So where basically they share resources and activities. Any organization recognize that they need to acquire material skill, innovation, and then access to markets and increasingly recognize that this may be more readily obtained through cooperation rather than ownership. So it could be obtained through cooperation rather than ownership, right? Access to finance, materials, skills, innovation, everything. The franchising option is a type of alliance MAC in the way of funding the expansion without incurring employee emotional and management issues that he is not confident in addressing. Next thing is, in terms of graph of motivation for an alliance is likely to be co-specialization. Motivation for an alliance could be it's likely to be co-specialization that each partner concentrates on activities that best match their capabilities, therefore specializes in product design and product development, and its weakness in the context of planned expansion and appear to lie in marketing. So they do lie in marketing, retail and finance. So franchising has already been considered as a type of alliance for these reasons. So another type of alliance that MD might consider as is a joint venture, where a new company is set up jointly owned by its parent. It is often used by companies to enter into a new geographical market, where one of the companies provides the expertise and the other local knowledge and labor. So it is this is not the case here, where expansion is within the country, right? So it's not outside, so not territory kind of thing where you need local knowledge. So further, there is no obvious candidate for JV, and even if a partner could be found, it would take time to establish a contractual relationship. Emily as an entrepreneur might find it difficult to work with framework of a joint venture where you need to see a certain amount of control. So in a network arrangement, two or more organizations collaborate without formal relationship. The equipment will already have 57 stores, 27 tools and machines. So Emily reversed their initial advance offering to sell his product in the store because of the need for mandatory product training. However, he might return to them and offer to set up small in-store outlets where his product will be demonstrated and services sold will be paid a fee, but such an approach would in essence be the same as organic growth plan, but without the need of large-scale capital investment. That is also good alternative, right? Furthermore, the location already exists and are pricing in marketing expertise and brand awareness. The kind of opportunistic alliance is this kind of opportunistic alliance is a quick way of achieving the expansion that Emily requires, and it draws on both partner expertise, and it is a concern in which such a loose agreement that one partner might steal the other's idea. That seems unlikely. That could have been a concern as well, right? So Graphoff is not interested in becoming a general machine superstore and then equipment is primarily focused on product, not services. So basically, from Emily's perspective, this opportunity alliance finds a potential way of piloting his proposed organic growth expansion strategy before moving into dedicated premises, or indeed offering the outreach to the franchisees, right? So what has the consultant suggested? The consultant has suggested Emily that the company has internet source. Give me a second. So this is basically financial analysis, right? Has suggested that the company has internal source of finance. It can exploit to fully meet its required funding for organic growth. It has adequate internal sources. So typical sources of internal financials are retained profit and then tighter credit control and then reduced inventory and then delayed payment to creditors, right? So given the inventory is coming to high payout and there's no information is given about inventory, so two of these are relevant here. So delayed payout and inventory, or just saying retained profit and inventory could be relevant. So tightening up credit control, tightening up credit control will make it possible to release money for funding, and then the average settlement period for receivables can be calculated as trade receivables divided by sales revenue into 365, right? So for the second year the trading is basically 260,000 and then divided by 1600, that's the revenue, right? So 59 days. So thus the customer take on average 59 days to pay their debt despite agreeing to a 30-day. Tightening up credit control is very required, right? So 30 days should be there. So that's our credit limit, that's our sales, right? Reducing this to agreed 30 days would realize 128,500, so 128,500 that could be used to invest in business. So reducing it to 40 days, that realize approximately 84,000. So sector-wide standard, right? So in case of service industry, let's cut off now. Okay. However, the gains could only be achieved procedures in accounts receivable and the this section is poorly motivated and understaffed. So this section is poorly motivated and understaffed. So some of the proposed saving might be offset by increased staffing costs. That's correct as well. So since there is no staff, that could be a factor, right? The net realizable gains. So it's very sensitive to offsetting customers, so the need to strict adhere to payment might have initial difficulties. That is very important, correct point highlighted, and strain customer relations as well. So you will have to refrain in future from intervening in debt collection process and not offer the generous terms of payments that conduct correctly undermine the debt collection efforts of account receivable department. So this kind of lead to delaying payments to creditors given the limited information. A crude estimate of average settlement period for payables is basically payables by sales simplified. So that is basically pays in 20 days. So pays of its creditors in 20 days, while 40 days is the common in term, right? So this could basically bring in 75,500 further. So it could be used for investment, and there is no suggestion that this will cause a problem, since the thing is creditor themselves are very happy with them for their initial payment, right? So the current fast payment of invoices seems to reflect the season of the administration and account people rather than any policy of the company. It's just the need of the administrator, not any policy. So if it elected to pay 30 days, the normal credit for the company, even not 40 days as well, just 30 days, would realize 38,000, right? So this means it approximately has how much? 204,000, which could be raised by gap of if customers are able to payment terms and supplier accepted share sector-wide practice. This would result in short-term and one-off acceleration of growth. Finally, the acknowledged problem is credit control might cause NB to consider factoring the company invoices. Factoring as well is a very good thing. Yes, debt factoring, which involves third party taking over the business debt collection. So most factoring companies are willing to pay 80% of the debt. So okay, so at current values, this should lead to immediate cash input of 208,000. So 204, 208, 21512. So it might be an attractive alternative trying to manage receivables internally. It might also address the problem of motivation and staff in account receivable section. Factoring might be that's correct, and staffing as well. motivation is starting as well, and then the additional need of different people in case of accounting section can also be completely avoided, right? So it would improve cash flows, residue and remove from the company. So responsibility for credit investigation and debt chasing. So whichever options are chosen, internal finance resources cannot completely raise 500,000 required for the organic growth plan. So the consultant is incorrect in his assertion. Yeah. So it's only going to be 400,000 and 12, right? So it's not able to meet the 500 target. So concentrate is down. So MD would seek action also for finance to make for the shortfall. However, the amount raised through internal source may be sufficient to effectively finance either the franchising options or building of an opportunistic alliance with equipment emporium. So there is two choice: franchising option or building of an opportunistic alliance. So in that case, opportunistic alliance seems rather like a likely option. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. For one question, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.